You can tell that he's just like hasn't thought about this ever. He's like, they need to have them all returned by Saturday at 12. Like, he's just like, there's no thought.
Well, I would say this, and I'm going to let that be because that's Israel's decision. But as far as I'm concerned, if all of the hostages aren't returned by Saturday at 12 o'clock,
actually 12:30
time, I would say cancel it and all bets are off. And
I'm in a shootout with a SWAT team because they're trying to portray me as a criminal because I got into a simple argument with my wife.
Rip Steve for 50% off. Is that how they're gonna sell fucking subs on my website when a fucking conservative or lefty does me? Every single time a conservative goes on like a mass shooting spree, we have to say, and I say this, that, well, the guy's probably crazy, like listen to him speak. But if he just didn't have the gun, you know he would just sound like a normal Trump supporter, right?
I decided I'm making part 2.
oh,
And I'm calling it the ultimate fail son, or the prodigal fail son, something like that. The world needs to know that he's actually the worst. And this time, this one is going to be personal. It's going to be like, if you think I'm just making this video out of spite, you're right. This is a spite video, but it's all true.
What'd you do today? Anything exciting?
No, we have to find something else to do on stream.
Besides?
Doom every day. It's
Oh, yeah.
been like an unreal 3 weeks.
I saw that, I was just
fuck.
reading something that Tulsi Gabbard is now in charge of intelligence.
Yeah, she was the nominee for the national, not the NIH, the DNI, the Director of National Intelligence.
Are
And
we
she's
about to become the baddies, as they say? Are we going to be the new, was it the Wehrmacht or something?
I have no idea.
Where do we stand on that issue? Like, I don't know how you feel about like invading Canada and Mexico.
I don't know. I feel like in like 3 weeks, we've made like a year or two's worth of horrible stuff happen. So who knows where we'll be? Maybe they'll slow down. Maybe they'll...
So I haven't been following it that much because I like being happy when I wake up. But how bad is it?
Worse than anybody could have ever predicted, even if you were...
So is there no one, like the Republicans, like the Susan Collinses and the Murkowskis and all these people, like wasn't there like a slim majority in the Senate? What's going on here?
What does the Senate have to do with anything?
I don't know. Aren't they supposed to be like
nope, they're not
voting?
using the Senate. They're just running through the executive, from the executive, and they're just doing everything through the president. They don't need legislation. They don't need Congress.
Well, what can you get done with executive orders?
Well, depending on how brave you want to be, anything you want, I guess.
So they can just like executive order that Gal Gadot has to come over here and...
Well, what it seems like they're trying to do is they're just running through every single thing they can, and then they're being challenged in the courts for every action. But even if you are being challenged in the courts, like just the fact that you're willing to do it and all of the chaos and everything that's happening in the meantime, like somebody just linked before I came down here, somebody, like USA does a lot of foreign funding for goodwill projects overseas for the United States.
So they don't become terrorists and shit.
It's for a variety of things, for tuberculosis, for HIV, for, supporting economic development or whatever. But like these people had to like flee from their homes because there were like protesters outside who were about to like fucking kill them and shit. Like a lot of our foreign workers have just had the carpet pulled out from underneath them. And even though the judiciary has now issued a bunch of temporary restraining orders saying, hey, you can't do that, like everybody's still like in, like it's like chaotic. Like nobody knows what the fuck is going on.
So what's going to happen? So no Republicans are saying shit. Susan Collins, Murkowski, all these people, they're just full on the Trump train?
They're just doing executive stuff. They haven't needed Congress yet for anything. So I don't know what they'll do when they come to vote for anything. But right now they haven't needed Congress. It's literally just Elon Musk and Trump with an axe just running through the government without any input from the judiciary at all. So who knows?
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it is.
How far can it go, though?
No one knows.
I think I know the answer. When it starts fucking with people's lives, like day to day, that's when I think people will start getting... Like right now, I think the common person doesn't understand what's going on or feel what's going on. But like, if you start getting a bunch of people not getting their social security checks, if you start having food become super expensive, if you start having gas go up in price, like there's stuff I think in his control and stuff outside of his control. But if one of those things start happening and it starts being felt by like common people, I think that's when people take notice. They're like, hey, where's my fucking social security check? That's when shit starts losing their mind. Like, didn't Elon Musk say some shit like he thinks it's the biggest fraud of all time, Social Security?
I don't know about that, but there have been things that he's found relating to it that he says it's like, oh, this is fraudulent or whatever. But the issue is just going to be there's two things that have to happen. Either one, people have to blame it on Trump. So like it could be that things get more expensive and Trump is like, that was Biden's fault. And they're like, oh, okay, we agree. And then two, people are going to have to actually agree that it's too expensive and that that's a bad thing, because there might be some people right now who are like, I'm glad that it's more expensive because it means we're hurting Canada or Mexico more. I don't think that's the average person, but I don't know. I don't know like what the breaking point is. It's hard to say.
I mean, I always feel like it's personal effects. So as I said before, like, let's say, and there's also network effect. I thought there'd be bigger network effects for the deporting Latinos and all that type of shit. Like, in my mind, it's like, if you deport, like, my brother who's here illegally, I'm going to be pretty fucking pissed as a result of that. And so is my mom, and so is my dad, and so are all my cousins and everything, because we're going to know that Trump is on TV being really excited about deporting illegals, and be like, you just literally deported my brother, and he was on the way to getting citizenship. I fucking hate this motherfucker. So I think there's network effects for that. But the other thing I think there's network effects for is going to just be, as I said before, if Elon does do it, and like people stop getting Social Security checks, or they can't go to the VA and get their health care or something, I think people are going to lose their fucking minds. And it's kind of hard. Like, you can try to say this is Biden's fault, but if you're removing my check now and Elon Musk is on there saying we're changing Social Security, that's a rough one. Like,
hopefully, but that would be like one of the last things they'd come for. But also, it wouldn't be everybody's Social Security. It would probably be like people who paid the least into Social Security first, or people
those people will be fucking
those
ripped.
people might be, yeah. But
then the network effects, their kids that now have to start paying for and chipping in.
Hopefully. We can only hope. But another issue, too, is that, like, how many of these problems weren't as bad as people said they were before? So maybe people have tolerance for more pain and suffering because they haven't actually felt as much yet. So, like, if you thought the economy was fucked before, but you were probably doing fine, you can, like, for instance, nobody's complaining about the cost of eggs now. And that was, like, the big meme before the election. But now,
how much are eggs?
They're, like, unavailable in some places because there was, like, a huge bird flu.
How much can a banana cost?
There was, like, a huge bird flu.
$14?
Yeah, and a ton of birds got literally killed, and there's just, like, unaffordable, or they just are out of stock. But nobody cares now. Now it's just, like, a fucking meme now that they're past, like, the election.
I have no idea what a carton of eggs costs. They can't be $1 each, so it's certainly got to be less than $12, right? You can't be paying $1 for one fucking egg. That would be, let's say, like $6.50. You think that's realistic?
For eggs, I have no idea. I'm
a
gonna
dozen
guess
eggs.
$7. I have no idea. The problem is when you shop at also like the nice people places, like you go to Whole Foods and all that shit too. They'll have like the organic, free range things that'll be like twice as much as like an ordinary.
Those chickens are happy as opposed to the other chickens that are not happy.
Yeah,
They get to live their whole life laying eggs, and then we kill them and eat them. What else is news aside from the fact the world is crashing down? It hasn't affected me too much yet. I will say, do you know who the person that you don't want to be? The worst person in the world to be. I know who it is at this point.
Person with cancer and AIDS?
No, someone worse than that. Is the person that tweeted, like, hey Kamala, that's Gaza is speaking.
Oh, that guy?
That guy? Just delete the tweet, bro.
I don't think they care. None of them are protesting. They don't give a fuck now.
It's just...
Did you hear what Trump wants to do with Gaza?
Yeah, that's ours now. Wait, or is that his, I should say. Is it his or ours?
Who knows?
I don't know. One or the other. You know the thing I've realized? I think all of these people... Well, first off, there's clips of Hasan right now saying shit like, I think Kamala would have been... Is Kamala? I fucking can't remember. Kamala.
Yeah.
I think she probably would have been the same as Trump. I think that clip should be fucking immortalized. Whenever Hasan tries to talk to anyone, you should fucking spam that clip at whoever that person is that he's trying to speak to.
Yeah, but you have to be careful because the audience that he talks to would probably agree with that. So,
well, that's good. I think, listen, that's great that the audience he would talk to, let him be like entitled to speak to like maybe Bernie Sanders and Ilhan Omar. That's it. Go ahead. Go nuts. Fucking just like, I don't know, Sneako can probably talk to MTG or something. That's just whatever. It is what it is. But as far as actually like being invited to the DNC and shit like that, fuck that noise. Like motherfuckers like him are the reason we're in the situation we're in now.
Maybe a little, yeah. I don't know how many voters are actually on that far left shit, possibly, but it's hard to say. It's
what they create over the next few years. Like if you would have voted or something, like they remove their like a lot of excitement.
Or how much time was wasted speaking in that direction?
Wasting fucking time.
It could have been speaking in the other direction about more prescient things. Yeah.
Yeah.
I should say pressing things.
It's just such a sad situation. I feel sad, I guess, for all the, like, imagine all the people that have been working like 10 years on like some dedicated fucking CIA project, and it's like they've poured all their life into it, and then you're gonna have some fucking dipshit 14-year-old be like, you know what, we're canceling this project. Why? You know what? Because I didn't like that there was a person named Sneako in charge of it. And it's like, are you fucking shitting me? I've literally dedicated the last 10 years of my life to doing this with everyone else, trying to protect America. This is fucking crazy. And that's literally what it's going to be. All of that shit.
Yep. It's pretty fucking stupid. And it's dumb because if half the shit they're tweeting out is like, look at this horrible thing, and it'll be like a report from the Government Accountability Office or from an inspector general. It's like, yeah, these are the organizations then, like the corruption you're talking about or the bad spending you're talking about is literally already being discovered by the watchdogs that are in place that get paid for this. Like, do you think Elon Musk knows like what USA needs to spend its money on or any of the people working for it? Like, these guys have no fucking idea. Like, how would you even begin to identify waste, fraud, or abuse if you have no idea how these programs even function?
I'd say this. I think it's too complicated for one man to know at that level. Like, even at big companies, I think the CEO does not have an idea of what's going on at like some of the lower, like for instance,
what management is for, of course.
Yeah,
your reporting
right.
structures. Yeah,
like the owner, like the CEO of Microsoft. Like people don't understand how fucking large and big that company is. Like that company, they have like their own police force, their own detective squad. That squad is probably bigger than like most cities' police force. Like that's how insane that shit is. And the idea that like one dude is supposed to know, it's just not possible. You have to rely on advisors, and now all the advisors are fucking very wacky, is what I would say. I don't know what happens. I feel like maybe we go to war with someone, possibly. I kind of don't want to, but like if we leave NATO, is it going to be Europe versus America type of thing? That would be pretty crazy.
I mean, I don't think we'd go to war with I don't know. I can't make any predictions. I don't think we would, but like before this, we were talking about what's Trump going to do with Ukraine and Russia, and now for the past month, we've been saying like, oh God, what's he going to do with like Mexico and Greenland? Or
Canada.
Gaza or Canada. Yeah. Now, like all of a sudden, the focus shifted so quickly on is he going to be able to resolve these foreign conflicts to are we creating new foreign conflicts? And this was from the president who wanted no wars, and his whole fan base was jerking off about how good he was about diplomacy. And now everybody around the world hates us even fucking more. And it's like, okay, well,
So are we
times.
gonna take Canada? I don't think they can do much, right? Do they even have nukes?
No way.
Does Canada
Canada?
have nuclear weapons?
No shot.
Nope, no nukes. They're fucked. That's like not only no nukes, no tanks, nothing but horses and bow and arrows. That's it. Literally, their entire armed forces. In Vietnam, they were out there with like spears and nunchucks.
Nunchucks?
Yeah, because they
They
watch.
couldn't even take their meese over on boats. Is it meese or mooses?
I don't know. Mooses.
Canada did participate though in Vietnam, right?
I know.
That's good.
I do know that because I
Don't-
watched that in house.
Exactly. Don't
Yeah.
make that mistake. You'll
Remember?
look like a real goofball.
What did they do though?
Canada sent their people to reinforce the 52nd Brigade, and I was part of that whatever, and the blah, 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 that guy,
Yeah, I know. He was really happy when he got his hand to unclench though. That was
Yeah.
like that made his day.
Pretty sad that guy had neurological issues for decades, and nobody had heard of this experiment that you hear about in high school psychology, except for House, I guess.
He's just so smart.
And everyone around that guy must have been so dumb.
And he thinks that you know what? I was going to say he thinks outside the box, but in that case,
He was thinking in the box.
he was thinking inside the box. That's right. All right. Well, let's go and see what's what. Okay. Content Nuke Part 2. Okay. Some of this I feel like we've already seen, but whatever.
I decided I'm making part 2.
Oh.
And I'm calling it
This is news
the ultimate
stuff.
fail son or the prodigal fail son, something like that.
This is all that's happened
I
in the last
decided
week.
that
This
I'm
is
going to
crazy.
compile. God, he really forced me to do all this shit, man. Like, I just want to be done with this. But the world needs to know that he's actually the worst. And this one is going to be personal. It's going to be like, if you think I'm just making this video out of spite, you're right. This is a spite video, but it's all true.
What
the same
shit
time.
do you think Ethan knows about Hasan that he's like not letting on?
I want to be honest, I'm a little worried here, so you might not want me to be the person for this conversation.
Okay, never mind then.
Because my guess is I don't know if there's going to be much of anything, and I feel
Maybe-
like this might just be like a bad look.
Maybe he has some huge nuke that we don't know about. That would be cool.
That nobody else has talked about publicly, or there's no whispers.
I mean, they
of,
were like best buds for a long time. And maybe he's like, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to talk about how, I don't know. I have no idea I would only be making shit up. Like some huge crazy shit. How your father was in the like fucking Nazi camps or something. Like, I don't know. Like maybe he knows something like that. And he's like, I'm not going to bring
I
this
feel
up.
like it's going to be stuff we already know, that like his mom does real estate and his dad was in a political party and the Spanish-speaking housekeeper. Like I would be surprised to see what it would go, unless he digs really far back, kind of like the bro stuff, the frat. What was that called?
Bro tips.
Bro tips. Which
Yeah.
I don't know about that, but
You don't know about the bro tips?
I just don't know if it'll hit hard. These videos are like 15 years old, right?
I think Ethan. I mean, listen, I'll say this: his last video. Forget the content. That was one of his best videos he's ever done. That's like we're going back. Forget it even has anything to do with Hasan or Twitch. Just entertainment wise, that's like it's taking me back to like the Vape Nation days. That's all I'm saying. Do you remember Vape Nation?
I do indeed, yeah.
Like the Casey Neistat style openings and everything.
I remember, yeah.
Premium stuff. Okay. I know most of this shit. Oh my God. Who is this guy? Another Hasan. You are such a pathetic leech on this earth. Get offline and get your mental health in order. Only lefties can say that, huh?
Yeah.
Are you allowed to say that? To tell people that they have mental illness?
I just call him retarded.
I think I'm glad that's back. That's another thing I'm aligned with the Republicans on. Bring back retard. Back into common parlance. I think that's fine.
You know what I don't like? I'll say this. I
What?
complain about this on stream. It's very fucking annoying. Is these guys, even in Ethan's community, will say, "Oh, I think some guy watched Lonerbox's stream and the H3H3 subreddit, and they're like, I turned on Lonerbox's stream and he said the R slur like 3 times. This is insane." What I don't like is that these guys on the left will legitimately just call you like whatever the underlying mental illness is as an insult, and that's somehow okay. Like they'll be like, everybody makes fun of me for my ADHD, or they'll call people like, oh, you're neurodivergent or whatever. And it's like, that would be like me saying like, oh, I would never say the N-word. And then I'm like fighting with some dude. I'm like, you're such an African American. Like, Jesus, like your parents were definitely slaves. Like imagine just saying that. And it was like, oh, well, that's probably okay. As long as he's not saying the word. Like, it's crazy that these guys can just use the underlying condition that like the slur is supposed to hint towards. But as long as they just say the underlying condition, somehow it's okay. And it's like, why? Like in that case, just say retard. Like that's weird as fuck to me. I don't know.
Honesty is not their strong suit. All right. Ethan insinuates that Hasan is a sexual predator. What?
Bro is straight up in that like Lebowski, Big Lebowski, like sex predator vibe. He looks like someone at a Big Lebowski party, you know, where he
Jackie Treehorn?
Yeah, he looks like he's at a Jackie Treehorn party. You know, fucking
Wait, pause.
Pause.
That outfit, he looks like
A grandmother?
who's the guy that sings that Russian song? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Is that the outfit, or am I just totally making this up?
I don't know how to even Google that song. I forget what it's called.
Go to YouTube and look for La 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 La. Oh, Vitas, Vitas.
Oh, that's the Russian guy. No,
Yeah.
he doesn't look. That guy is like wearing like a.
Does he have like a weird outfit like this on?
He does, but not like this.
Look for La 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 La.
It's the opera thing that he did. The Seventh
It
Element.
is!
What?
Kind of. Look at the outfit.
Hasan's wearing a.
Go pause and go back.
Okay. Wait. No, that's not it. It's
We take those.
You're saying he's wearing a white
Turtleneck over
how
the-
fuck do you even remember? It's like, yes.
I don't know. Just,
Vitas?
that's the vibe I'm getting. Oh, yeah.
He's got that smile too. Like, oh yeah, the MAGA strip. The same thing. That's a banger of a song.
drunk women.
Wait, hold on. What are we going?
Doesn't seem too far off from what he actually does do,
Whoa.
or has done at least.
Maybe there is a little bit of information Ethan has that we don't know about. That would be interesting, huh? Like some sealed police report that he has access to or something?
Jesus. I doubt it, but I guess we'll find out.
It'd be crazy. All right. Let's see. More memes. Says he has receipts of Hasan being a scumbag misogynist.
Yeah, but he's a scumbag misogynist. He's disgusting, actually. In fact, he solicited nudes from fans. I've got the receipts. And then
Jesus.
Ludwig, on 2 separate occasions, Ludwig
Well, what's
and
the-
I think it was Mizkif.
Stop. Whatever you're doing, just save. You know what?
I'm just saying,
you know
what
what
is
the problem with us centrists? We keep bringing other centrists down. Okay.
Well, we'll see what
That's the
happens. We'll see
problem
what
with
happens
the
when the video
centrist
comes out,
party.
I guess.
You
We'll
know
see what
what?
happens when the
It's
video
all
comes
this.
out.
You want to be the most extreme centrist. No one can
I
be there.
don't, but there
It's
needs
the
to be
party
some
of
kind, because if it sounds like, oh, let me see your boobs or whatever. I mean, it's just like,
it's the party of inclusion, Steve.
Okay,
Okay.
we'll
Save your
see.
angry.
Yeah, who knows?
Angry thoughts for someone else.
we'll see.
He's gonna start writing it this weekend.
From what I understand, he's saying his next nuke that he's going to make another one
That's right.
is going to be spiteful.
Oh, yeah, baby. If you thought that first one was spiteful, you're wrong. Yeah, you should feel nervous, because I'll tell you explicitly that this one is from spite with the purpose of making you and your audience feel bad.
Jesus.
But it's all going to be true. You know what I mean? That's the thing. I wonder if he'll watch that one. Ooh. This weekend I got to start writing it.
Yeah.
The thing is, I have most of it left over. So a lot of it I just need to organize. It's not going to be as colossal of a task as the first one was. It'll probably be a lot easier, actually.
Morbidly obese Michael, fat plus stalker, reaches out fatly to house. How do you reach out fatly? Is that like your, like that? You
I don't know. How does he do it? Let's find out.
To housekeeper's lawyer out of spite for being fat. Okay.
Just being racist, like literally. Like he doesn't know what Turkish people look like. So he's just calling Hasan's mom a Hispanic lady. Also the idea of like...
Oh, that's the cope, by the way, that all these people have. They all think that Ethan's housekeeper is his mom.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
They're that stupid. Even though I think she lives across the country. That's how fucking like cope pilled they are. They're like, yeah, he doesn't pay his mom that much money. Big deal.
Okay. Jesus.
Not the same person, by the way.
Just making bullshit accusations to distract from the fact he's being...
Oh, wait. Pause. Wait, what did you say? Did you just misunderstand that?
What? Did I misunderstand?
He's saying that... It sounds like he's saying that Ethan is confusing Hasan's mom with a random Hispanic housekeeper.
Yeah, that's what I said. Right?
Yeah, why is chat correcting you then? Is that what you said?
I don't know.
Oh,
why.
maybe you said Ethan instead of Hasan.
That was obviously a misspeak.
Oh, okay.
Come
No,
on, guys.
Go back.
Guys, come on. Now I have to go back 5 seconds. Unpause. Okay.
To distract from the fact he's being sued for being a terrible employer. What a fucking scumbag. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm sure they know this, but I'm gonna call up the attorneys of that lawsuit and let them know, just to make sure they're like, I'm assuming they're aware, but honestly, they might not be. And I think Ethan's like, you know, his show would be kind of useful for them. So I'm gonna do that real quick.
Imagine being... Bro, they know. They know, trust me. But that's cute.
This guy's also, he's not even a lawyer. I think he has his JD, but I don't think he ever passed.
There's actually a Supreme Court case, I think, in Pennsylvania about Mike not being a lawyer.
Sure, yeah. But I'm saying he's got his JD, but he never passed the bar. Also, I doubt he's contacting anybody. Also, he's a fucking retard, so, but...
That's funny, this whole situation.
All right, chat. I gave a call over to her. I gave a call. I talked to them, and they're
The
gonna
receptionist?
be looking into it.
You said, what do you want? I can't discuss this case with you.
I just figured no one would actually reach out to the attorneys and be...
You know, his headphones looks like he's kind of like a discount. What's that? The girl in Overwatch that like freezes shit?
May?
Yeah. Looks like a ugly fat May.
Based.
Like, hey, the guy you're suing is like defaming your client and talking about the case. So you should probably take a look at that.
And then they said, sir, this is a Wendy's, and everyone clapped. Good one, Michael.
I gave them a heads up. Honestly, I should do like an H3 Snark day.
What did it say? H3 Snark what?
H3 Snark Day?
Kind of funny.
Yeah, if he called, he's only getting the receptionist, and they would probably say, well, if you want, you can either leave a message or email them. I doubt he called anybody. He's just a fucking retard.
I have an opportunity for you. If you want to earn $100,000.
This is about you!
Oh, to kill me or whatever? 100K?
100K. That's all you're worth.
Thanks, Mike.
No.
Actually, one day I'm going to do a video on this guy. He is the most pathetic dipshit on all of Twitch. And just to show you how easy this grift is, this guy is like relatively successful. And he is like not talented. He is vile. And he is cringe as fuck. Like, this guy has the best cringe compilation of anyone ever.
Yeah. It's rough, dude. It's real rough.
But, Anyway, also he makes death threats.
I have an opportunity for you. If you want to earn $100,000, let me know.
Actually, Mike from PA, the dude that's stuck in the before image of a transformation story, did.
No, I didn't read. I don't make fun of people's looks, appearances. I didn't in the whole video.
Please,
let
get off
me
your high
finish.
horse.
Yeah. Let me finish. Generally, I don't do it. Okay, and in the whole video, I didn't do it. However, I made an exception specifically for you, Mike, because you are a vile fucking. You literally look like what I imagine like a goblin or troll looks like from the Lord of the Rings. Like he's built like that. Like,
Yeah, he does have.
like just give him a
Goblins
club
in Lord of the Rings,
make him
really?
20 feet tall.
Yeah. You know what those are based off of, Ethan?
It was orcs and trolls, I think. Were they trolls?
I don't fucking know. No, wait, isn't this
Who was it?
Harry Potter? They're like, did you base the bros in the bank off of Jewish people? And she's like, oh, yes, that's Moshe Rabenstein.
Probably.
Okay. MAGA retard bravely takes bullet to the brain after shootout with Maine police. Okay.
This guy's probably crazy, but let's go.
Okay. What was MAGA terrorist?
He doesn't get shot on this video. It's just him being crazy.
In Maine, live streaming a shootout with the Maine State Police after his wife reported him for domestic violence. He killed a dog and wounded an officer before being killed. I don't think you would say being KIA. You'd say before being shot. He's not like a fucking...
Killed in action? Yeah, this isn't like a military fucking
Come
operation.
on, bro.
But okay,
This
Jesus.
has to be some like part of the Maine Special Forces Division.
Or it's just a literal AI account who just fucking reposts news.
His last words were, I love my friends. I love you, my friends and business partners. Okay. Boy, do I love how this goes. I'm in a shootout with a SWAT team because they're trying to portray me as a criminal because I got into a simple argument with my wife. The business partners.
Rip Steve for a 50% off. Is that how they're going to sell fucking
way.
subs on my website when a fucking conservative or lefty does me?
Seed. Oh, it's for weed, for reefer. They sell reefer seeds.
Yeah,
So you can grow big, bushy marijuana plants.
that's what they do.
Yeah. Okay.
You're not going
RFK.
to listen to the guy in his final 2-minute speech?
I'm here. My name is Stephen Fergini. I am a resident of Maine, and I had the cops called on me. A SWAT team showed up, and I am now engaged in a shootout. My state has been the #1 abortion and gay rights state in the entire country, and I've been...
It's not true. I feel like California or Massachusetts would be definitely
What state
above
is Maine again?
Maine? That is not
Pretty
like
blue state.
No, it's
Abortion
not.
and gay rights?
Massachusetts or would fuck. I think it's the most liberal in the country.
Okay.
been segregated against for my beliefs. Now they're trying to arrest me.
Imagine getting killed and getting your stats wrong for the reason you're getting killed. That would be very embarrassing.
Simply because I do not believe in gay rights and abortion. which
That's
is
why
the
they're coming,
#1
not because
state
you,
of
like,
Maine
pistol
right
whipped
now.
your
That's
wife
what
or
they
some
do.
shit.
They're an abortion mill. So I'm here. I'm in a shootout with the authorities who are protecting the rights of doctors to murder babies, and they're...
Hold on.
You know what's kind of funny? I just realized something. This is very funny.
I'm listening.
Every single time a conservative goes on like a mass shooting spree, we have to say, and I say this, that, well, the guy's probably crazy. Like, listen to him speak. But if he just didn't have the gun, you know, he would just sound like a normal Trump supporter, right? It's kind of funny that definitionally, you know, like the conundrum you have with having people commit suicide using doctors if they have depression, and it's like, well, he can't commit suicide because he's obviously crazy. It's like, well, what do you mean? He sounds sane. It's like, well, he wants to kill himself. Oh, so then he can never commit suicide. Notice how these guys can say, like, because if you listen to what he's saying, every single thing he's saying just sounds like an ordinary MAGA talking point. But because he's in a shootout with police, we have to say, well, he's fucking crazy. Is there anything that a person like that
You know what we
could
need?
say?
Stop. You know what we need?
What?
Do you know how there was the game twitcherterrorist.com?
Sure. What?
You need that for just average Republican or in a standoff.com.
Oh, true. Do sane people commit mass shootings? No, but I mean, like, if this guy was literally just like, he's just like calmly repeating verbatim every MAGA talking point, but we have to say that he's crazy because he's in a shootout, I guess? Like, okay.
All right, here we go. He said this. He typed this. This message, this tweet went out live.
Yeah. Years of transgenders harassing me and abortion being essentially a sacrament of my state, I have to stand my ground and fight for my religion here. Christ is Lord, I am sorry. Like, if I were to show this to a conservative and be like, don't you think this is inciting violence? They'll go, well, a lot of people say fight. And it's like, okay, well, he was in a shootout with cops, by the way. And they're like, okay, well, maybe he meant it.
Yeah.
This isn't even like that crazy of a tweet, like compared to what an ordinary MAGA would tweet, right?
I don't know. I try to steer clear of some of the more extreme fringes, at least of the right. The left, I dive headfirst into.
Okay.
Okay.
Protecting the rights of children to be ripped out of the womb and killed. I'm here with my baby daughter, who they're also trying to take away, and
he's got nice eyes.
That I am not the aggressor here. They tried to arrest me. They tried to tase me. They're trying
very
to make
light
me
green.
A criminal. They are trying to get me in trouble. They are trying to take me to jail for a long time.
Had nice
for
eyes.
Getting
Sorry.
in an argument with my wife, which was a simple argument. I've spoke with her since. I love my wife. I love my daughter. I'm so grateful for all Claude has blessed me with. I'm grateful for my farm. I'm grateful for everything. All my friends and people who love me. And I'm sorry this had to happen. I really am. But I'm backed into a corner with my political beliefs. I haven't been able to find a job in a year. And my entire life has been just struggling for existence, fighting Democrats and trying to stand up for my country. Let me ask you.
You know what this is, right? This sounds like something that like Germans would say, like blaming Jews. Like, I haven't been able to find a fucking job for a year. These fucking Jews are out here making it so that honest Germans like myself.
I mean, like in the 30s, right? Not like today.
Yeah, in the 30s.
Okay.
Yes, that's the idea. But instead of like Jews in this guy's mind, it's just Democrats and abortions. Like stuff that has no bearing whatsoever on this dude not getting a job.
Probably.
He thinks like 600 transgender people every time he goes to apply for a job. They're like pushing in there or something. It's stupid. Anyways.
If you're a law enforcement officer, why do you support the COVID vaccines?
True.
Why do you support abortion?
True.
Why do you support what isn't morally right? How are you fighting for a state system that protects illegal immigrants and pedophiles? Please explain this to me. Please explain to me why abortion is still legal in my state. Why are the babies dying? Why? Why is this illegal up till the time of conception?
Up to the time of conception.
I'm fighting for the babies.
The second you jerk off,
they're going to get you.
They're going to get you.
Probably. Let's be real. He's stressed, okay? He's in a shootout right now, okay?
Yeah, the time of conception. He meant the time of birth, right up until that second. The second you're about to be born, they're pulling you out. Mom's like, actually, never mind. And they're like, Hazunk! And they cut the fucking baby's head off right off the pussy. Right like they're like, slice it off clean.
True.
That's how they do the abortions, actually.
That is.
With that noise as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fighting for the unborn, and I'm fighting for righteousness and Christianity to be restored in this country. Christ is Lord, God bless, and I'm sorry to you, my parents. I love you, my parents. I love you, my wife. I love you, my daughter. I love you, all my beloved friends and business partners.
Did he get into a fight with someone?
I don't know if we can tell where they're sliding, but maybe.
And God bless you. Sorry it had to end this way.
Oh, you know what it is? Actually, I know what it is.
Maybe he was getting kissed in the eye.
No.
What?
He's holding his scope way too tightly to his eye.
Oh.
Because if you go back to the beginning of the video, his rifle is scoped. Yeah, it's way too
tight. That's gonna. Oh, you're gonna be like, oh fuck, like that. That's what you're gonna do. Poki denies being in a relationship after moving in with roommate.
Wow. All right.
Who's this? Please stop assuming I'm dating someone just because we interact. I'm happily single. Okay. What do you think?
I have no idea. I don't know anything about this.
When I turned on, you made me lie to my stream. I've never done that before.
Dude, yeah, but I would.
When I turn on my stream, okay, and I'm like, roommate reveal soon, and someone in chat goes, wait, Ellum said he's revealing his roommate today too.
Yeah, but I said it numerous times. We were meant to like sync it up, and then it wasn't anything to do with me. And then I hit it with the say Drake.
And you're late.
Okay, I was a little late.
Say Drake.
I'm fucking unsubbing right now. I'm so fucking livid.
What do you think though? What's your really over under?
I don't know anything.
I know you don't know. That's why I said
assume people living together are dating. That would be my default assumption.
Okay.
But I don't know. Maybe
I know. So what's your odds? Initial odds, knowing nothing, just what your gut.
50-50.
You're such a fucking weasel.
51-49.
In favor?
There you go. Yeah.
Okay. Destiny says more than likely Poki and other dude are dating.
Probably, yeah. 51-49. We'll open the poly market, okay?
Trump's committed to owning the Gaza Strip personally. He's going to sell it to himself.
He might.
Okay, listen to him.
No deliberations. It's been very well received, where basically the United States would view it as a real estate transaction where we'll be an investor in that part of the world. And no rush to do anything. We wouldn't need any.
We're just going to sit on it, let the land get developed.
Sure.
It happened all right with the Jews before. They developed the fuck out of Israel. See what they do over there. We'll do some very
put
nice,
the Jews to work
beautiful leases like nobody's seen before. I'm talking about 25, 50 years, zero interest lease. And then after that, a very reasonable monthly fee to me, the United States
government.
And all
the Jews that were building the tunnels in New York, they could just put them in the Gaza Strip where the tunnels already exist.
I feel like that story, I feel like that story got a little frisky. So during COVID, they were like, you're not allowed to go to synagogue anymore. So the whole tunnel shit was like, okay, we're across the street. We need to get across to the other side to go to synagogue. So they just, they're like, we got to go to synagogue. And
wait, is that really true?
Yeah, and they're like, okay, what do you think? They're just fucking digging tunnels, dig tunnels?
I thought they were digging because it had to do with like owning a piece of property or whatever, and if they could have like tunnels underneath it and then like build some shit down there, they could say like we have the right. It's like advanced squatting, like 3-dimensional squatting.
I didn't hear that. I heard that it's like the cops were trying to keep them out of there because it was during COVID. And they were blocking them from entering. So
there's no shot that it's like, well, the easiest thing would be to tunnel underneath the world.
I think that's what it.
I think.
Let's get to the. I don't want
to
do fake news on this show because this is known.
Careful.
For good journalism.
Your voice is.
Oh, I thought the audio setup here could adjust for loud.
No, you're starting to sound.
What?
Like an old Jew. You were doing like. I don't want to. No. There was like a Larry David moment there. I felt it.
Good.
It was the first time I got some big Larry David vibes. Okay,
I'm fine to embrace it. I don't care.
Okay, slow down there. I know just reading the Kanye stuff is just putting you defensively, but
okay. What am I looking for? Okay, Jews digging tunnel. There we go. Okay, why did this happen? Here we go. We're gonna get to the bottom of it. All right, the Chabad Lubavitch movement. Remember I told you about these people. They're fucking wild.
Lubavitch, is that the guy on all the signs?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's fucking out there.
He's out there.
If you want to meet some of these people, I can introduce you. They're fucking wacky. Anyways, as construction workers, on behalf of the synagogue's leader, attempted to fill in a tunnel that students had illegally dug beneath the building. Okay, why did they dig it? That's what we want to know. Okay, this is the world headquarters for these bros. This is like, stop reading ahead. Stop it. Stop reading ahead.
Go ahead and explain.
Anyways, it's often referred to as 770, okay?
Mm-hmm.
This has been subject to a dispute between another Jew movement and the Gabayim, I guess, who are associated with Jesus. There's like 3 Jewish groups going at it here. No wonder there's tunnels getting dug. That's all I'm saying. They're like coming up with loopholes, all right? That's why we make the best lawyers. They're like, well, technically we can't go into the front door, so we go underneath, right? Anyways, okay, Mendel Schneerson, that's who it is. And he taught that 770 needed to be expanded. Through a court ruling in 2006, decided that full ownership of 770 belongs to the Agadis Chasidei Chabad. Ongoing legal disputes have prevented either party from altering the structure. Okay. In mid-2023, they had been anonymously informed about a tunnel under the building and had responded to inspect it on December 20th, but the tunnel was not detected. Sneaky. The existence of the tunnel was first publicly reported on by the local media on December 22nd. The tunnel was constructed by the students. The purpose of the tunnel was to begin illegally expanding 770. All right, well, you got me. I thought it was to get in there and do their little weird prayers and shit, but no. They're trying to
expand just like they do in Israel.
That's it.
Disgusting. Taking initiative on a long-deferred synagogue expansion. Unbelievable.
Underground. I mean, that's true. If you can't build upwards, where else is it to go but downwards, right? And what about the world's biggest synagogue? And it's just all of New York City.
Like Zion.
Yes.
In the Matrix.
In the Matrix, yes. You just have to dig deep enough. Okay. Well, I was
wrong. If they keep digging, maybe they can get good enough. They can make money.
Was there nothing about COVID in here? I guess this is
digging tunnels for Elon.
That's true. All right. Okay, here we go. How do you think Sneako feels about this one? Trump taking over the Gaza Strip. Happy or sad?
It's my guess is going to be. Well, I can just read what he's saying now, so it's kind of cheating.
President Trump declaring that the United States would take over the Gaza Strip.
The U.S. will take over the Gaza Strip, and we will do a job with it too. We'll own it. and be responsible for dismantling all of the data.
Jesus,
Is this guy like retarded with his camera?
It's an autofocus thing, and it's supposed to emulate what it feels like to be on LSD. That's an LSD feeling right there.
People yell at us because the audio isn't perfect. At least you're not fucking watching like this shit.
We'll own it and be responsible for dismantling all of the dangerous unexploded bombs and other weapons on the site. Level the site and get rid of the destroyed buildings, level it out, create an economic development that will supply unlimited numbers of jobs and housing for the people of the area. Do a real job, do something different. Just can't go back. If you go back, it's going to end up the same way it has for 100 years.
The big question, who would live there? Earlier in the day, Trump saying the Palestinian residents of Gaza should relocate elsewhere.
It would be my hope that we could do something really nice, really good, where they wouldn't want to return. Why would they want to return? The place has been hell. It's been one of the meanest, toughest places on earth.
But Trump adamant.
The only reason they want to go back, and I believe this strongly, is because they have no alternative. What's the alternative? Go where? There's no other alternative. If they had an alternative,
free Palestine,
then not go back to Gaza and live in a beautiful alternative that's safe.
Trump saying Egypt or Jordan should take the Palestinians in. But Egypt and Jordan have rejected that.
They don't want Egypt and Jordan don't want to take them.
That's just talk.
They've said they don't want to take them for a long time.
You have to learn from history.
What the fuck? He disappeared.
You just can't let it keep repeating itself. We have an opportunity to do something that could be phenomenal. And I don't want to be cute, I don't want to be a wise guy, but the Riviera of the Middle East, this could be something that could be so bad, this could be so magnificent.
So amazing.
The video looks bad. I'm going to say this. Obviously, it's free Palestine. It seems like Israel had this plan for a long time. Netanyahu looks like he's controlling Trump in that video. He's smiling like this, and Trump is just saying what Netanyahu wants him to say. It seems like the United States
Go back for a second. Do I have to point this out?
Palestine.
Wait, pause for a second. He did the anti-Semitic shit. Did you see that?
No, I wasn't paying attention.
Watch him.
Okay.
Israel had this plan for a long time. Netanyahu looks like he's controlling Trump in that video. He's smiling like this. And
The thing?
Yeah.
The Jew hands?
Yeah. I remember we went out to dinner with this guy. It was right at the start, right before he did this turn.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
At a Prime 112 or whatever the fuck it is?
Way to dox our past.
I mean, it's on your Instagram.
What if somebody goes into the past now and snipes us there?
Good. Past Dan deserved it for having dinner with this fucking guy. I should have known. I remember you were trying to talk him down from the path he was going on.
Oh yeah, because we were both saying he was being unhinged. Myron tried to as well.
You were like literally like, listen, Sneako, if you do this, I guarantee you'll be banned from Twitch within a month. And I think he was after that or something.
Well,
you were.
What are you gonna do?
You were a future sayer.
He had a young man's energy, and he still does. That's okay.
But now it's on Rumble. Okay. Genuine question, not aiming to dunk on anyone, etc., but for the pro-Gaza folk who yelled Genocide Joe and Killer Kamala and abstained and voted Jill Stein or even voted for Trump, what is your reaction to Trump saying the U.S. will own Gaza? Same thing in your eyes as Harris or regret now? Or the answer is, Philly, don't care. They have to earn my vote. I don't give a shit. I didn't vote for Trump. He's worse, but I will not vote for him. He had to earn my vote. Her. Right? Sound right?
That was, yes, I agree.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, politics. This shit ain't so hard. Oh, do you see this shit? This is going to be fucking wild. What do you think's going to happen here? Here we go.
Well, I would say this, and I'm going to let that because that's Israel's decision, but as far as I'm concerned, if all of the hostages aren't returned by Saturday at 12 o'clock...
Stop, can we just pause and go back? You know that, like, go back. Like, when you listen to you can tell that he's just, like, hasn't thought about this ever.
Yeah.
He's like, they need to have them all returned by Saturday at 12. Like, he's just like, there's no thought. He's just like, watch him. He's just making this up on the fly.
And his advisors are like, oh, shit, oh, shit, oh, shit, oh, shit.
Well, I would say this, and I'm going to let that because that's Israel's decision, but as far as I'm concerned, if all of the hostages aren't returned by Saturday at 12 o'clock...
Actually, 12:30.
...time, I would say cancel it and all bets are off and let hell break out. I'd say they ought to be returned by 12 o'clock on Saturday, and if they're not returned, all of them, not in drips and drabs, not 2 and 1 and 3 and 4 and 2. Saturday at 12 o'clock, and after that, I would say all hell is going to break out.
Let me ask you, if he said, instead of all hell's going to break out, is going to say, I'm going to unleash the 41st, 42nd, 43rd, and 44th Marine staging battalion, and we will take full control and murder everyone in Gaza.
Jesus.
Not murder everyone in Gaza, but like take full control and evict everyone from there into Egypt, with the president of Egypt has agreed to give them safe passage into the Democratic Republic of Congo or something. Do you think that Republican supporters would be like, yeah, base, let's get some Marines on the ground over there. Let's deliver some freedom?
Probably, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Republicans are just unhinged.
Yeah. Okay.
Saturday what's today? Okay, so we got 4 days. I just like that he's just like spit was like Saturday.
Maybe it works
by noon.
What are the chances it works? That like Hamas is like, okay, we better fucking, like, this motherfucker's talking about taking Gaza and saying if we don't deliver, I mean, I guess at this point you have to keep the hostages. There's no fucking shot.
Why the fuck would you give in if you're Hamas? You've already lost like everything. Like, bro, Israel is up so good these past 6 months. It's like insane. These are God's chosen people. Think about all the enemies. They killed all 3 of the top leadership in Hamas. They basically fucking annihilated Hamas. They annihilated Hezbollah. The Syrian regime has fucking fallen. The Houthis have been blasted by fucking everybody.
You know what the best thing? The whole thing.
What?
Fucking beeper and walkie-talkie gate. Legendary shit. Like, I want that movie to come out, but I know we won't get it for another 20 years. Like, we're only getting movies like about Munich, like, 10 years ago. I want the Munich of the beeper, because that's a whole movie. That's a whole fucking movie. And it's going to star... Who's like a really nerdy guy? It's going to be this really nerdy guy.
The one guy from the oh my god.
We need every
from
time we're
Scott
making a movie.
Pilgrim and Juno.
Yes, Jewish guy. It's a comedy, but it's also real life.
It could be a stoner comedy.
Oh my god,
and like
it actually
Seth
happened.
Rogen and shit.
Yes,
he's the guy, right?
Yeah, from War Dogs, right? No, Seth Rogen. No, that's the other.
He's
fat
the
guy,
fat Jewish funny guy.
Jonah Hill.
No, I'm talking about Seth Rogen.
Okay,
It could be out of Jonah Hill as well.
Yeah, fine.
All these dudes selling beepers.
Yes, so the 3 of them
because they're trying to make money.
Oh my god!
Wait!
They're in Israel
After COVID. It's after COVID. They're trying to make money. Their businesses got shut down in the U.S.
It's so funny because Jonah Hill is making fun of Seth Rogen. It's like, you fucking retard. Nobody wants to buy fucking pagers. It's 2024.
Oh, because they bought a whole bunch of pagers and they don't know what to do and they need to offload them and they're like, I have an idea for this.
Yeah.
They could be watching some stupid movie where somebody has like a pager they're using old tech or whatever.
Okay, inside the movie, all right, they have no idea. It's like, what the fuck? The Israeli government wants to buy 1 million pagers from us. How the fuck are we going to do this? And all of a sudden, it's this whole mission. They got to go, and they're going on Alibaba. They're going on Yahoo Japan.
Oh, no, because they go to sell it like online, and they're trying to get a bunch of Arab hits, and Seth Rogen's like, bro, you're selling to terrorists. And Jonah Hill's like, there's tons of Arabs in Israel. Why are you being so racist? And then they drive north, and they don't realize that they're in fucking southern Lebanon, and then they start, absolutely.
It's literally a comedy. It's like based on true events, but it's it's like exactly War Dogs. And then the finale is like at the end of like, guys, I also have some walkie-talkies, and that's like the second. That's like the.
I don't know if you could do a part 2 for that movie.
Yeah, they'd probably know what's coming. It's another movie I think I'd watch. I watched War Dogs. I thought it was pretty good. I'd watch this. But it has to be like that. I need like the very wacky, out of place Jewish kids all of a sudden getting thrusted into the center of Mossad, and they're like, dude, I just think that they went in there and they looked inside my asshole. Like, what are you talking about? They need to make sure I wasn't the bug in there or anything like that. Bro, we're just trying to sell beepers. The fuck's going on? Like, the script is writing itself, genuinely.
It would.
It would be good. It would be funny.
It would be good. They need to do it.
Yeah. I still like Actually Indian more, though. I've thought a little bit about it more afterwards, and
that was a Kino.
That really would be like a block. I think it might be a blockbuster movie if you got the right cast on it, though.
Absolutely.
No, I'm not fucking around. Like
I'm not fucking around either. Why would you assume I'm fucking around?
Well, because we do a lot of fucking around. I think that like if you put the right cast into that and it was a decent enough trailer, I think that could break like 250 million in sales of ticket sales
easily. It'd be more popular than Creator Clash 3 with Hasan versus Ethan.
Yeah. Man, a script needs to be made for that. All right. Update on Lyft lawsuit from Willy Wonka star.
Oh no, the big lady.
How you, brother? You good?
Jesus.
They brought over a fucking couch. Oh,
Wait. Flip Orange has a Kino tweet in chat.
We had
It's a good one. It's not his, though. He stole it. Thief! Okay.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Hi, how are you? Stormy, how you doing?
Wait, we already saw this. Is it the same?
No, it's much longer. 2.5 minutes.
Ooh. All gay people across the world are like, that's our... We own the F word. Like,
well,
each,
they call it F slur, not F word, to be fair.
I feel like the F word would count. You would say that you got the F word. I got the K word. That's mine. I got one.
I think they call it K slur.
Don't tell me what I call it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You can have the G word.
I call it G slur.
Okay, that's up to you. It goes. We're inside. We're outside. We should be doing this. We're not doing this. We're outside.
Wow. That was certainly a string of words.
That's how Hasan debates and talks to people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Okay. Hold on. Close. Rooster Teeth acquired from Warner. I thought this was acquired a while ago.
Oh, they got acquired again. Wow.
Like, really? Okay.
I don't know. I don't know anything about.
They were bought by someone. Now they're bought by someone else? The funniest fucking video from these guys is like the surgery video, but it's 100 years old. I fucking died laughing at this thing. Oh, am I going to be able to find this? Rooster Teeth Surgeon Simulator? It's very funny. Yes, this one. But it's 11 minutes long.
Flipping the bird. Right, there you go. Flicking the bean? Alright, get your finger out of his stomach. Get the fucking thing. You gotta leave the heart alone, man. We gotta break his grab this bit of paper. Okay. Fucking Christ. Jesus Christ. Alright. Where's the fucking heart? It's gone! Well, it's on the fucking floor now. I don't think the 5-second rule applies, dude. You're not gonna blow the fucking dirt off of it.
Listen, I think
this fucking epic.
You know what's funnier than this?
Nothing.
No, that's not true. I could think of something funnier than this. You know what? This is funnier. You know this one, right?
Yeah, that's a good meme.
You're trying not to laugh too hard.
No, that's just how I react to things.
The directions said that if you keep misbehaving, it gets worse.
Okay. That's enough humor for right now. That's good. You feel better?
That was epic.
I feel better. I understand that like Trump is destroying America right now, but you know what?
I feel better. Yeah.
I feel better. Okay, thank you. Hold on.
Oh,
Dan Clancy. Oh, I fucking can't hate this guy. He says that everyone is copying Twitch, that famously copied other sites before them, like Livestream and Ustream. What's the big innovation that Twitch has done? Copying like the fucking jingles from like myfreecams.com or something?
Jesus. Was CDN build out?
This guy just looks like a fucking pedophile. I'm sorry to say it. He just does. Like in my mind now, like if I just think of a pedophile, all that arises to my mind is this man's face. I don't care. I do not care. That's the vibe that he gives off. Just plain and simple.
Okay.
And I know that you've said that a lot as well, that you feel this way also. And I believe you said, I hope they never unban me. I fucking hate that website. And I hate especially Dan Clancy because he smells like shit. I smelled him one time and I vomited immediately. Something
Sounds like something I would say. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Okay, try and guess how much Trump thinks plane tickets cost. Is this a game? No. Okay.
The real question is how much of a kickback has there been? And one of the things I want to investigate rapidly, because I've never seen anything to this extent, the train that's being built between Los Angeles and San Francisco is the worst managed project I think I've ever seen, and I've seen some of the worst. Billions and billions, hundreds of billions of dollars over budget. In fact, I read where you could take every single person that was going to go on the train and get the finest limousine service in the world and take them back and forth with limousines, and you'd have hundreds of billions of dollars left over. It is the worst
So
thing.
limousines are free?
Start an investigation of that because it's not possible. I built for a living, and I built on time, on budget.
Wow.
It's impossible that something could cost that much. And now it's not even going to San Francisco, and it's not going to Los Angeles. They made it much shorter. So now it's at little places way away from San Francisco and way away from Los Angeles. No, we're going to start a big investigation on that because I've never seen anything like it. Nobody has ever seen.
Does this motherfucker not know what a train is? This is okay. Hold on.
Okay.
This is the good part.
Los Angeles. No, we're going to start a big investigation on that because I've never seen anything like it. Nobody has ever seen anything like it. The worst overruns that there have ever been in the history of our country. And it wasn't even necessary. I would have said, you don't buy it. You take an airplane. It costs you $2. It costs you nothing. You take an airplane. But this got started, and if you have to, you drive.
$2.
Not to be that guy, but it probably is super cheap going between LA and San Francisco. Well, what do you think? It's like a $50 ticket, do you think? Round trip? Or is that too low?
200. Let's say
200 round trip for LA to San Francisco?
Let's go. Flights. We're going from LAX to SFO. Whoops. Round trip. Hold on. Excuse me. SFO. When are we leaving? What's today? Today is, where are we?
The 12th?
We want to go this weekend. We're going to leave Friday night and we're going to come back. Actually, we're leaving Friday after work and we're coming back Sunday nights because I got work on Monday. What do we got for options here? It's about where I thought. $200.
It's about 60, 70 bucks, I think. I don't know. If you check for literally the next day, yeah, it's going to be really expensive. But I'm pretty sure if you go like a week or two out, I think there were some Frontier flights there for like 60 bucks.
A week out. One flight is that much. Every other one is 200.
Yeah, you take the cheap flights. Also, they were for 64 bucks before.
I don't want to fucking go on goddamn Frontier, bro. I don't want to do that.
It's like an hour and a half flight.
You have to fucking pay to breathe on that goddamn thing. They come to you and they're like, would you like a fucking seatbelt?
It's an hour and a half flight. You hop on and you go away.
There's no seatbelt included. There's no drinks. There's no luggage. There's no carry-on. They fucking molest you every step of the way. This $120 is going to turn into $300. You don't get to choose your seat. There's nothing.
Well,
this is where
if you want to fly luxury, then fly luxury.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is luxury on fucking Southwest? Is that where we're really going?
If I have to hop on a flight somewhere for a day and hop back, I'll pay like 60 bucks for it. I'm not going to spend $300 so I can have the cheap fucking pretzels and a Coke on an hour flight.
Hey, fuck you. Every flight is $200 except for fucking one, and that's the molestation flight. Okay.
Look it up for a month in advance.
Fine.
Look, you literally see it 50 bucks, 50 bucks, 50 bucks. If you look at that, you're choosing the most expensive ones. Why are you acting like a retard and clicking the thing? You're clicking the thing.
That's a month out.
118.
Look, that's a month out.
50 bucks.
We are
$50 flight.
You're going to the cheapest one.
Yeah, no shit. That's how you travel. That's the cheapest flight.
It's probably also going to be Frontier again.
It probably is because they're cheap.
And everything else is $200. You still lose.
I lose if you ignore the cheapest flights. That is correct. If you choose a more expensive flight.
You only have one option that's this much, and it's like the cancer flight.
Yeah, it's going to be Frontier and Spirit. Yeah, no shit.
These are not, you know, when you go on these flights, you become the person that's there with the camera recording the moment. I don't want to be on that flight. I don't want some woman telling me there's demons on the back of the plane. Okay. I pay the extra $100 to not be in those videos. Okay. You can be in that video. You can take the video or be the star yourself. I don't want to be there. That's it.
If
Frontier is fucking crazy. I'm not going on that goddamn airline. I don't give a shit.
Then don't. That's a luxury position to have though.
No. That airline is not real, is what I'm going to tell you. $50 to go there and back? There is some bullshit going on. They're fucking like taking a picture of your asshole when you go to the bathroom in that toilet there. That's how it works. There's something. I don't fucking trust it. You shouldn't either.
I've flown, Spirit used to be the only airline that offered.
This isn't Spirit, it's Frontier.
They're the same thing.
No.
Okay.
They're not the same.
Okay. Well,
Spirit's worse.
Can't argue with that.